Hello everybody, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. Oh, I forgot to put the thing. Alright, there's that. Alright, so anyway, things are same old, same old. I still have the orders to fill, and unfortunately, finances keep me held back too. Anyway, we can still use some more good donations around here if y'all be so kind, please. I had a really big setback that just took me and my mom out of nowhere. Had to do with a big mortgage and... Well, anyway, we took care of what we need taken care of recently that I talked about earlier. It escapes my mind. I had to do. Oh yeah, mom's prescription, we got that. But yeah, we still need more money to help us out around here, so I put down the instructions once again underneath this video on how to donate. But with that, you want me getting on to chapter 4 of Rainbows, Unicorns, and Bluebird Happiness. Okay. I want to make sure I use the camera. Chapter 4. Suddenly life has a new meaning. Kevin, it's time to wake up. Kevin heard a soft, familiar voice as he lied in his large pink bed. The mattress was pink, and although Kevin initially wanted the frame to be made of wood that was painted pink, Queen Cynthia had convinced him to allow his bed frame to be made with gold. Kevin opened his eyes and smiled as he was greeted with the sight of the familiar girl with yellow and red hair who was smiling at him from the end of his bed. She was wearing a bright pink dress with blue ribbons and frills. His favorite dress to see her wear. The bright yellow wings protruding from her back seemed to shimmer as the morning light shone on it from the window of the room, and the red horn on her forehead perfectly blended with her hair. "What's the occasion?" Kevin asked as he stepped out of the bed and stood up. He walked to his closet wearing his pink pajamas. While the eyes of the girl followed his movements, the pink wings on his back stretched as he walked, and the white horn on his forehead glowed as he used his magic to open the closet door. "King Kevin, aren't you aware that today is the day when all the respective leaders of the sentient species meet for dinner and discussion?" Sarah asked with a smile as Kevin pulled out his blue tuxedo and his pink pants. "Of course I am aware that you usually let me sleep in on those days. That's why me and Kitten stayed up so late last night," Kevin said with a smile as he removed his pajama shirt and replaced it with his tuxedo while thinking about the picnic that he and Keaton had shared under the stars the previous night. It always amazed Sarah that Kevin could fit his wings through the hole in the back of his clothing so effortlessly, which was something that even his mother had trouble doing. "Yes, I'm aware that you remained outside for a full hour past your usual bedtime, so you're probably tired right now," Sarah said with a blush on her face as Kevin removed his pajama pants and proceeded to replace them with his pink pants. "However, Queen Cynthia wishes to speak to you, and I don't want to make her wait any longer than necessary," the girl said to Kevin, who smiled as he walked towards his dresser and picked up his golden crown. "Well, I guess we shouldn't keep her waiting then," Kevin said as he placed his crown on top of his head and walked towards the wooden door that allowed visitors to enter his bedroom. He held the door open and Sarah walked through it. Soon enough, the door was closed, and the two of them were walking down the halls of the famous Eby Castle. "What exactly does she wish to speak with me?" Kevin asked Sarah, who looked away from him with what could be described as an embarrassed expression on her face, as though she was uncomfortable answering his question. She is, for lack of a better word, throwing a tantrum in her room. I think that you would be the best person to calm her. Kevin smirked as soon as Sarah was finished speaking, as the thought of the normally composed Queen Cynthia throwing a temper tantrum and requiring him to calm her down. Are you sure that Cynthia is the one throwing the tantrum? It could just be the knock-knock getting angry again for some stupid reason, Kevin said as he thought of the childish shape-shifting king who often threw temper tantrums. Although he, Keaton, Cynthia, and Sarah had all seen his true form, most of the people and creatures in the land had no idea what he looked like. Most people had only seen him in another form. This isn't my home. Calm down, please. You're making a scene. Kevin smiled to himself as he heard the voices coming from the room as he and Sarah arrived at the gold door that led to Queen Cynthia's room. I see. She's entertaining someone? Should we embarrass her? Kevin asked Sarah, who was smiling mischievously as she nodded her head and started to gently turn the silver knob. Hello, Cynthia! Kevin and Sarah said in sync as they opened the door. Their happy expressions from their thoughts of playfully humiliating their mother turned to thoughts of confusion when they saw that Cynthia was staring at Kevin with a terrified expression on her face, and her companion, who had her arm wrapped around her body, looked almost exactly like Sarah. You shouldn't be alive. I murdered you, Cynthia said in such a way that Kevin couldn't help but chuckle. Sarah didn't find the situation nearly as amusing as she pointed at her doppelganger. Who the hell is she? Sarah asked the girl, who was currently staring at her as intensely as she was. The girl sighed before she turned and hugged Cynthia instead of answering Sarah's question. I think I cast the wrong spell. I don't think we're shaped. I don't think we reshaped our world. We just teleported to a different world. Typical Jack. Giving me the wrong spell. I'll have to talk with him when we get home, the girl said with a smile as she continued hugging Cynthia, who continued to stare at Kevin with a terrified expression that was making Kevin feel uncomfortable. That's pretty impressive magic. I've only known a single person who could cast a spell to transport two people to another world, Sarah said to her doppelganger as a smile appeared on her face. Her doppelganger sighed as she continued hugging the girl, who Kevin was beginning to assume might not actually be Cynthia. At least not the Cynthia that he knew. She's pretty gifted. She has more magic within her than anyone else in our world. The only person who even comes close to having as much magic, is her sister. Not anymore, though, Sarah's doppelganger said to Cynthia's doppelganger as an expression of mourning appeared on her face and overtook her expression of fear temporarily. Lucy, Cynthia's doppelganger said with a frown as the white horn on her forehead lit up with a bright pink glow. I want to go home now, Cynthia's doppelganger said to Sarah's doppelganger with a voice that was barely louder than a whisper as the light from her horn seemed to envelop the two girls in a blanket of pink light. Sarah's doppelganger nodded her head as the two girls started to fade away into nothingness. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you too, Sarah's doppelganger said with a faint smile as she finished disappearing along with her friend. Within a few seconds, the two doppelgangers disappeared, leaving Sarah and Kevin alone in the room. Well, if I made a list of the 50 strangest things I've seen within my life, that probably would not make the final draft, Kevin said with a chuckle as he walked outside the room, with Sarah following behind him. Do you want to get some breakfast? I think Lucinda's cooking for her mom right now. So we might get some steak if we ask nicely, Sarah said as the two walked down the hall. Kevin absent-mindedly nodded his head as he walked alongside Sarah down the familiar path to the kitchen of the castle. Did you notice the blood on her horn? Kevin asked the girl, who stared at him with a slightly confused expression. Was that blood? I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I thought it might have been magic residue or some kind of sauce, Sarah said to Kevin, who smiled as he shook his head. No, that was definitely blood. I've never really seen much more than a cut or nosebleed, so I'm not an expert. But my instincts tell me that Cynthia's doppelganger had blood on her horn, which means... Kevin paused dramatically and Sarah rolled her eyes. It means she's a killer, right? Seven asked Kevin, who chuckled in response. No. I've seen that blood on her before, and she did not kill anyone to get it on there, Kevin said as the two approached the large wooden door leading into the castle's kitchen. After you, Kevin said with a smile as he pushed the door open and Sarah stepped through the door frame. You're such a gentleman. Why aren't you like this when we're courting? Sarah asked the man, who shrugged his shoulders. If I like you, I'll hold the door open for you. If I love you, I'll respect you enough to let you open the door yourself. You didn't enjoy my love, Kevin explained to the girl, who smiled as she approached a large table made of glass that had been colored blue and sat down on one of the many wooden chairs that had been painted red. Hello, my good knock-knock friends. How are knock-knock you today on the knock-knock this fine morning, knock-knock? Kevin and Sarah turned their heads to see what appeared to be a large pink cube with a pair of lips and set eyes on one of its sides. Hello, knock-knock, Kevin said to the cube, whose lips contorted into a smile as it started to transform into a naked lady with long blue hair that matched her blue tail on her behind and her blue horn on her forehead. Hello, King Kevin, knock-knock. It's been a knock-knock long time since knock-knock we've had any knock-knock fun together. Would knock-knock you like to knock-knock have a little knock-knock fun right now, knock-knock? Knock-knock said, with a smile as he completed his transformation and stared at Kevin with a suggestive smile on his face. Sarah chuckled as a blush appeared on Kevin's face. That will never happen again. Is there something you want to tell me? A voice said from behind Kevin, whose blush intensified as he turned his head to face the real Lucinda's blue hair, blue tail, and see-through blue nightgown, along with her large wings. It appeared as though she was about to go to her bedroom to sleep. I may have done something in the past with Knock-Knock while he looked like you, Kevin said to the girl. Oh. Who looked at him with an amused expression on her face before she walked towards the door leading to the hallway that would lead her to the bedroom. Don't look at my bum, Lucinda said with a chuckle as she walked away, leaving the three inhabitants of the castle alone at the table. And that's it for Chapter 4 for right now. Tune in next time for Chapter 5. Still a few chapters to go, and I'll try to be more quick on getting the next one in. Thank you, everyone. Have a good, safe day. And again, donations, please. We really could use the help. I'm really serious about that right now.